Welcome back, everybody. Colby has decided to interrupt my beauty sleep. And we both know I don't need a whole lot of that.
Yeah. We know.
Anyway, how's your week going?
Absolutely fantastic.
And he says that with a lot of sarcasm.
We're trying to get through the first minute without cussing about it,
Yeah.
so we can get somewhat monetized if we can.
Yeah, right. But it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I started a new job, as you know.
Very proud of that. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do it for you, but yeah.
I know you did it for money and bit.
Hey,
you didn't make that better.
we had 10 seconds left. But yeah, started a new job. I just finished second day. Worked a 12-hour shift, which all my shifts are going to be 12 hours, but most of the time it's going to be nights. But first 2 days, they had me scheduled for days, so
Yeah.
I had to stay up. Well, I finished it a while ago. I didn't just finish it because I had to stay up all night. And now we're here. So after this, I'm going to go sleep all day and then go to work again because we had to do a full day. And the very next day, work a night.
Yeah,
So this is fucking awful.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks sometimes, but it's part of it, unfortunately.
I got to go over 3 weeks before I can get paid because I just started on a payday and they don't work like that. So I have to skip this payday. And I've already worked this week, and then next week work all that week,
Yeah.
and then on the third week I'll get paid on a Friday. So it's going to be awful.
So would that be we actually get a full check, or we only get a check for a week?
Well, we get a check for almost 3 weeks.
No, because they hold a check back.
I don't know.
So you probably
I'll probably get paid for this week. I'll probably get paid for next week and the week before.
from the way it sounds, you're only going to get paid 1 week out of the 3, and then your next check will be a full check.
Well, that really sucks.
Yeah, it does. Whenever I drove a school bus, they only pay by the month.
Wow.
Yeah, and they hold a check back.
Yes, that was probably pretty rough.
Yeah, so I had to go all that time without a check. Luckily, you were a baby and you didn't eat that much. So,
Went and found a couple worms in the dirt and just called it a day.
Well, I told you they were those Oreo gummy ones.
Yeah.
Do you remember whenever I sent you to the store, like whenever you were younger, and you wanted to go shopping by yourself, and I lived right around the corner from the grocery store, and it's a very small town, so like I'm able to
the blue grocery store.
Yeah, so I'm able to call the grocery store, tell them he's coming and what he's getting. It's adorable. Small town, gotta love it.
If I remember right, all I came back with was Tootsie Rolls.
No, you actually went and got the pizza Lunchables.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, right. But you got back and you opened one up and you're all like, "Hey, this looks funny." And I look at it and it's completely molded. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah.
If people don't know, I don't remember much of my childhood very well.
Well, his therapist said he blocked it out, but yeah, I mean,
yeah, they actually did.
yeah, I paid my therapist to block mine out. But anyway, yeah, so we took it back and got actual good ones, But I just remember like how excited you were and how nervous I was because like I watched you go down the alley and then you rounded the curve and then I walked to the corner of that building, and then I watched you go in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, But yeah, I don't know.
It was his first good father moment.
I mean, there's the umbilical cord thing. I did that.
You brought wire strippers.
It was better than regular strippers. Yeah. So, I mean, I had like 12 dad moments. Anyway, so, but work going good?
I mean, I want to say yes, but after these first 2 days, all the people I've like become decent friends with,
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to see them again.
Yeah.
So that's going to be whatever. I do got to bring something up.
What?
I didn't realize it until the second day. Well, I kind of thought about it the first day, but I didn't actually look for it till the second day. And we have a little training group of what would that be? 5 people. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little training group of 5 people that were training, all men, and we're our own little suicide squad.
Yeah.
If people know what that is, but
It's kind of weird going into work that way, but all right.
yeah, it's like a little comic book group of people that like fight crime.
Yeah.
But and they're all like weird in their own way. And I was looking around at the table we were sitting at. I was like, wow, this is our little suicide squad.
Yeah.
Because I got this really old guy. Like, he was born in 75. Like, he's pushing it,
Okay. I was born in 81, but whatever.
Okay, well, this guy looks really old. Okay, yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, never mind. He looks really old, and he acts really old, and he lies about everything. He's got all these stories that didn't happen, but you're going to let him tell them.
Yeah. You can run into them guys.
So we've got him. I don't want to use names or nothing, but we got him, and then we have this this guy. He's from one of the islands. I don't know which one, but he's Samoan or Samoan-esque.
Yeah.
And his first and last name are the exact same.
Nice.
I'm not gonna. This isn't his real name, but I will say it's Tello Tello. Like, it's real strong Samoan.
That's awesome.
And he has his own nickname that he's more known by. His name tag is his nickname.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I love it whenever places do that.
it's really cool. But so we've got him, real nice guy, but his English isn't perfect, but it's pretty good, And so he's another one of our little oddballs.
Yeah.
And then we've got this other guy that he's really cool. He's a little bit older than me, but he looks like 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, cool. He's supposed to be like the normal one. And he still is, but I also found out today he's Jewish. That has nothing to do with anything, but nobody else at the table is Jewish. So it kind of adds to the little everybody's different kind of factor.
Yeah.
And then this other guy, he looks identical to Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Like, to the point. Like, Bill Hader in It Part 2.
Yeah.
The clown movie. Exactly the same guy.
Yeah. Bill Hader was on like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
It too, right?
It Part 2.
Yeah. And a couple other movies. He's an impressionist. Pretty funny dude.
He's one of my favorite like SNL guys.
Yeah, I'm just saying that because I know like my friends are gonna be like, "Who the hell, Bill Hader?"
But this guy, identical to him. I asked him my first day. I was like, "You look so familiar. I think I figured it out." And he was like, "Bill Hader." I'm like, "Yeah. How'd you know?" He goes, "I get it all the time." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
Yeah.
And then he got me. And I'm just supposed to be like the big friend that like everybody like jokes about, but like it still hurts.
Well, I mean, so that would make. Well, you couldn't really be King Shark because, well, you have the Samoan dude.
Yeah, he's King
He's got to
Shark.
be King Shark.
Yeah.
So, who are you?
So I'll try to assign these people. So King Shark is that guy, the Samoan guy. The polka dot dude is the normal Jewish friend. He's polka dot dude for sure.
Okay.
Bill Hader's got to be Deadshot.
Yeah,
because he's just got that thing about him, The old guy. I don't even know who he'd be.
I mean,
I'm trying to think of other people in the Suicide Squad.
Bloodsport.
Nah, he'd be Peacemaker.
Yeah,
he's Peacemaker. And I'd probably be Boomerang.
I can see the Boomerang thing.
It's not like a majorly important character, but when he's there, he's pretty funny.
I didn't know you had that kind of relationship with unicorns, but all right. You'd have to watch the Suicide Squad to get a reference.
But
my truck driver friends are still like, why are we talking about comic books again?
yeah,
This is
probably.
bullshit.
We came for the pussy talk and the aliens giving hand jobs.
So you seriously wouldn't if she had 8 fingers?
Does she look like a human?
Yeah, except for the 8 fingers. Each hand. I just
Per
want
hand?
per hand.
I thought it was like 4 each.
No, per hand.
Yeah, I probably couldn't do it.
I'm telling you, dude.
I'm only catching the pinky and ring finger.
You my kid. Don't give yourself that much credit.
It's like she's washing a potato.
I can't even make potato soup now. Like that's so wrong.
Like the little red potatoes.
We gotta be actually be kind of careful because my friend Sam, she listens to this whenever she's at work, and
Yeah.
she was telling me that last week she was listening. She had her earpods in, and she was like on a ladder, and she like started laughing at something we said, and she almost came off the ladder. So be careful, Sam.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit.
And if you're giving shout outs to friends, I'll shout out Katie because she was supposed to be here this week, but thanks to my new fucking job, couldn't figure it together.
Yeah.
And your job, but
Yeah.
couldn't have that one together. But hopefully next week, fingers crossed, Katie. So don't be mad at me too much.
Yeah.
And Brody, yes, you can sit and watch. I can't put two names in the title.
We need to like really think of like topics for like because there's a lot of questions you just got to ask a girl, like,
Well,
why y'all do that shit?
she's too honest though.
Hey, that's good though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
she's a good friend. I don't want to bash her.
Being honest is not bashing.
He'll be like, so why the hell are you guys like this?
No, it's not like.
Turn my calls.
Shut up! I went to karaoke night.
You really did.
Yeah.
How was that?
Interesting. I did not sing. That's why hell has not frozen over yet. But
Thank God.
Yeah, it was for the safety of everybody in the bar if I didn't. But I went out. It was fun. Had some Mexican food. Went and ate Mexican food, and then went and did karaoke.
If I found out right, it was with a person.
Well, yeah, they're usually at those kind of places.
All right. We'll leave it alone.
Yeah. But with that being said, so we're not recording this on Sunday. We're recording this Saturday morning. So because of work and all that stuff. So tonight, I am going to go to a drag show.
Really?
Yes.
I'm almost more pissed about that I'm not going to be able to make it to that than the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And no, I'm not participating. I'm sure like all the guys from work are going to be asking me that. Like, what did you wear?
I was wondering where that wig came in the mail.
But yeah, I got asked if I wanted to go, and I mean, have you ever been to like some like gay dudes party or something?
I mean, I partied with gay dudes, but
Yeah.
not at their party. No.
So years ago, I got
Back in my day.
yeah. A friend of mine asked me to go with her to this party because she didn't want to like show up alone. You know? And I was like, yeah, sure. And she's all like, okay. She goes, well, there may be a gay couple there. Like, are you okay with that? Because I don't look like I understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We're pretty heavily Southern.
Yeah.
But we understand.
I don't look like a friend of the community.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't care. I mean, anyway, we go and I'm sitting there. I'm like looking around. I'm the only straight guy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of like 20 dudes. I'm the only straight guy there.
Straight sausage party.
Yeah, and she was the only girl there, and which it didn't make a difference, but like coming from this small of a town, I've never been, exposed to other things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there kind of nervous and, like I don't want to offend anybody, so I'm not saying anything. I don't want to do anything. And this guy, the guy that was hosting, he's all like, or I go to get up to get a drink, and he's all like, "Oh, I'm going in there to get a drink. What do you want?" I was like, "Well, to be perfectly, because it wasn't like a beer social.
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, to be perfectly honest, I would take some sex on the beach." And oh my god, it's like I opened the floodgate.
Yeah.
Oh, they started hitting me with everything, and just I guess getting the straight point of view or whatever. And yeah, I had a great time. Like it was so fun. And then I went to another club in Springfield because a friend of mine was his girlfriend was in there with her brother. Um, he was having a birthday party. Well, my friend didn't know that his brother, soon to be brother in law, was gay.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's called Martha's Vineyard. I kind of figured walking in,
Yeah.
but
Didn't know if Martha Stewart was going to be there, but like
Right.
kind of assumed.
But the worst part of it is we were at paintball practice, and we like went full like dress uniform for this practice, and so we're in matching shirts, we have matching pants, matching boots,
Yeah.
like and paintball jerseys. The people probably don't know, but you remember, are like they're real flamboyant, like
Yeah.
bright, a lot of designs on them, stuff like that. They kind of look like a dirt bike jersey in a way.
Very similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we were looking, oh, so cute in there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go find her," because we were gonna go out to eat, and he just wanted to tell her. So anyway, he goes through the crowd to find her and tell her, and I'm just like standing there, like listening to the beat. I'm like, yeah, all right. I didn't know I like share that much, but okay. So, yeah, and then I kind of hung out for a little bit, just kind of got sucked into the moment. And
Yeah.
it was a good time. So I'm excited about going.
I'm really upset that I'm not going because we've talked about going to a drag show together many times, which I'm kind of upset that I'm admitting.
That seems weird to say.
Well, we have.
But that is not usually a father-son topic. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely strange, but like we have.
it was more of a test, really, because I couldn't get you to go to the titty bar with me, but I could get you to go to a drag show with me. So I was trying to figure some things out.
Yeah, don't look into that. There's nothing to find there. I just going to a titty bar with your dad, not really on the top of my bucket list this year.
But the drag show,
I don't care about a drag show. Like, it's not like we're going to be getting lap dances or nothing. It's just going to be watching them and having fun. Like, it's not going to be a big deal. It's not like their dicks are going to be out.
Yeah, I'm going
because obviously they're tucked. But
I'm going for the free drinks.
I think that's a fair reason.
Yeah, I'm cute, damn it.
You like to say that.
Well, my grandma told me so.
Yeah.
She'd never lie. Anyway, that's my plans for the weekend. That and sleep.
I have the most fun thing planned this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Work. See, you're starting to understand me a little bit better now.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
And then next week I'll work 7 days straight.
Yeah. Well,
Lord.
It's a big change for you.
Yeah.
I've
never done 12-hour shifts. Well, yeah, I have. But it wasn't very long.
Right.
It was only like a few months.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. It changed the lane. It changes the landscape of your life.
Yeah.
Like you live differently after this point. You and like personally will live differently than what you have been. So like some things are going to change. You just got to stick with it, and it all changes for the better.
I'm just looking forward to the tattoos. That's really what we're in it for.
And the beef Wellington.
And beef Wellington, yes.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about beef Wellington.
Yeah, which somebody trying to kidnap our beef Wellington trip too.
Really? Like the one I'm thinking of.
Uh,
The person you're talking about is fantastic. Great, even. Don't take over beef Wellington tonight, please. From what I've heard, very nice person. Very well treated, you know. But please, it's beef Wellington night.
I'll see what I can do.
It's Boys night, man.
Beef Wellington's for the boys.
That's what our new hat should be. Not the. What's the name of this podcast?
The Campout.
I genuinely just forgot.
You tired motherfucker.
I genuinely forgot. I've been up for 10, 12 hours now. Well, no, because I didn't go to sleep from work. So I've been up for like 22, 24 hours.
Yeah, we just call this like Friday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday.
Oh, man. I really thought it was Outdoors. What was the name of it in my mind just then?
No, that's a great movie. The Great Outdoors.
Yeah. And then I was trying to figure it out in my mind, and I went Outsiders. I'm like, no, that's not it.
You're getting close. At least
That's a good movie. Yeah, I'm keeping outside at least. But yeah, go from the Campout podcast hats to
Beef Wellingtons for the boys.
Yeah. I also just forgot that what you said.
Oh my god.
It's bad, ladies and gentlemen.
I kind of wish I had that hat. I would wear it to the drag show.
Yeah?
Beef Wellingtons for the boys.
He had. I'm sure you could find somebody. There's a lot of stay-at-home moms that have a Cricut, and they like putting designs on stuff.
The hell's a Cricut?
What?
What's a Cricut?
It's like you can print out designs and like iron them onto shirts. And that's like what all the moms around here do. They'll print out like our hometown. They'll print out designs for our high school football team.
Really?
And they'll sell the shirts. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna start hitting up some single moms.
Well, like the little boutique in town.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the stuff that has like designs on it, is from like a Cricut or off-brand Cricut.
What, do they make it up there?
I think so.
Shit.
Or the lady that owns it makes them at home and brings them there. I know she doesn't do it for all of her stuff, but like I'm sure a lot of it's outsourced or whatever. Because I don't know how a boutique works, but I know a lot of it is like our hometown-esque.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of stuff for you can wear football games or baseball games, and you can tell they're homemade.
Well, maybe I go up there tomorrow or later today, I guess, and see what's going on. Like, see if we can get a deal made. Like, making some stuff.
I don't know if they do that, but
they might. Money's money, dude.
The lady that owns it, though.
Yeah, put it on a cracker, dude.
Yeah, I put her on a cracker.
I ain't gonna say that.
Just kidding. I don't want to. Because she's married, but like,
yeah,
she's really cute.
I like it. Like, I'm gonna pull my shot back, but I'm gonna take my shot.
You're looking for a 19-year-old.
So
that's awful.
I have a serious question for you.
Okay.
I want you to be honest with me.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to fully realize that I'm not going to listen to you. So,
all right.
My treasure that I found this week is a barbershop chair.
My gosh.
It is now my gaming chair.
He will not shut up about this damn chair he found in the trash.
It wasn't in the trash.
It was next to it, at least.
It was beside it. But
that's still worse than curbside.
Well, some shit carried over from my father. It's in our genes.
I hope you haven't been in my jeans.
Which I happened to find in a dumpster behind Goodwill.
Yeah.
What do you think of it? Gaming chair wise, not a centerpiece of furniture.
I really don't know what to think about it because, like, initially sitting in it, it's quite comfortable, but I couldn't see myself sitting in it for much longer than 20 minutes.
Really?
I feel like after a little bit of time, it's going to get very uncomfortable.
Okay, I'm gonna get some Red Dead going, and we'll try it out.
Is that next week's update? Let's talk about.
Did my ass make it 20 minutes in the chair? I mean, as thrilling of a topic as this whole thing is,
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to bring it up again.
See, you talk so highly of this chair here. You're still not sitting in it.
Well, no, because it's got the built-in footrest. So
I just had the weirdest deja vu right now.
what?
Like I've been in this exact with the barber chair there before, and you just put it there for the first time.
Yeah, I know you have been, and you're in a coma, and you need to wake up.
Nightmare. No, that's like for real though. Like this is kind of weird. Like all the stuff on our table is the same. I don't know. We'll just move past it.
Yeah,
but
sleep deprivation's fun, isn't it?
But I swear I've been here before. Like, of course I've sat in the seat.
Yeah, you
like 8 times now for podcast, but the environment, it's changing all the time. But right now, it's the exact same as from a memory.
I'd ask you questions, but I know you don't like mushrooms on your pizza, so I assume.
Yeah. I did have vending machine chips earlier, so that could have been it.
As long as it wasn't a vending machine burrito, you should be all right.
It was also a double-decker oatmeal cream pie.
That did it.
I thought it was a single, I swear. But I had to put the money in, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
If anybody ever gets those, they're just straight frosting. There's no cookie in it. It's just frosting.
You're so tired.
I really am. Leave me alone.
This is the most in-depth.
You had to almost beg me to get on the podcast this morning. I was so ready for bed. I still am. I'm so tired.
Yeah, well, suck it up, Buttercup. We got shit to do. Anyway, I was thinking about something that we could try on this podcast thing, or maybe doing a stream, which I don't.
Again, oh Lord.
I don't think anybody would watch a stream, in all honesty.
They'd probably peep in for 5 minutes and dip out.
But I don't know what the rules or regulations are. But you know how I'll make you watch an old movie with me?
Yeah.
And then we just sit there and make fun of it the entire time?
Yeah.
I thought that'd be fun.
Like Team America?
Well, I mean, yeah, I like that. We watched that, but...
Well, I mean, we made fun of that the entire time we were watching it.
Right. But maybe, there's other movies,
Which, if anybody's never seen Team America, it's literally the Muppets, but on crack.
Yeah.
Full-blown 50 years doing it crack.
I watched that shit in theaters.
I could not see why you would spend money on that. I barely made it 20 minutes.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I know. You didn't even get to, the puppet sex scene.
Yeah, I didn't even want to see them walk. Over 5 minutes, I almost wanted to throw up just watching them walk.
It was just two guys just ferociously doing just hitting those drumsticks or something. They were just flying around.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. South they're the guys that made South Park.
Yeah.
And oh my god, just everything they do. I've loved watching them since I was young, just because of the way that they make fun of everybody.
I thought the way they made fun of COVID was really funny.
Yeah,
that episode they did for that.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
I like the one where they're pretty much making fun of all the college graduates that don't know how to do anything, and the highest paid people are handymen, plumbers, blue collar work, and I found that hilarious.
Something I did also think was kind of funny. We had to do a lot of computer testing stuff today at work because it's my last training day. We had to get everything in, and then I ripped apart boxes for 4 hours.
Right.
Anyway, on the computer part of stuff, they kept adding in all these, I guess, quirky signs like on the slides, just to kind of make them funny or whatever. And there were a bunch of them, like men at work, men on forklift crossing. Like every single one of them was strictly men, and like
That's sexist.
this is very 2024 of me, but I thought that was very very funny.
Did you really?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
Please
I was
God,
like,
tell me you didn't say something.
oh, absolutely not, because I wanted them to keep it. But I thought it was so funny because I was watching it, and I was like, oh, men at work, haha, you know. But not one of them just said people at work. It was just strictly men,
Yeah.
and I would say probably 30 to 40% of that company is women.
Yeah.
So I think that's hilarious that all of them had to go through the same process, and every single slide is just all about men.
I'm really glad you didn't say like the company name or something because there were people with pitchforks and witty signs.
Yeah. I do have a friend of mine that might be getting a job there soon.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to say name, but
Do I know?
yeah.
Okay.
I went and hung out with him the other day.
Oh, okay.
But I told because he's looking for a job and something consistent, you know. And I told him about the company I'm working at is hiring and that he should look into it, and he did. And he had like an interview already, and I think he had a tour of the like plant or whatever.
Yeah.
And I really hope he gets the job there because me and him will be likely on the same like schedule.
Yeah.
Because you get like I already have my schedule for the till the end of this year. They give you it on a card, and that's just what you got for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And I hope he gets on the same like team as me, so then we could like carpool and hang out.
Yeah, save that money.
I mean, I'll be driving because he's on the way. But still,
I wish I had a schedule card.
Yeah, that part is kind of nice.
Yeah.
I can schedule for months in advance, and I can schedule for next week for doing a trip to like in Africa.
If I had a schedule card, I could rip that thing up day 2. Like, it wouldn't matter where I work.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, so like I work a lot of hours, right?
Yeah.
The lead mechanic for where I work is well over me on hours. Like, so we got this other contract deal. So basically, we like doubled our locations, doubled our trucks, but we have not doubled our workforce.
Yeah.
Like as far as like mechanic wise, this dude is like flying everywhere, trying to get everything fixed and caught up, and like he's like a one-man wrecking crew. But we finally did get told that we're going to get a new shop next week, so hopefully that'll bring on extra help and all this other stuff, and he'll get to calm down a little bit. But yeah, like our job is not scheduled very well. Like it's not that you can schedule it; it's just there's so many moving parts that you just kind of have to. Well,
the thing I'm handing you, the thing I'm drinking, it's so people don't know. I have like a really sensitive stomach to acidy stuff and like caffeine, and I know that has probably neither. But like, I almost just threw up.
So you hand it to me to drink?
No, so you can throw it away. The trash can's over by you. I don't know.
I thought you were trying to poison me.
No, I got a weak little baby stomach.
Yeah, I already took your name off life insurance, so
I believe it.
We can trade life insurance.
God, I hope not.
I'll put you on there, you put me on there.
Yeah.
And we'll just see like who wins.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I do have a plan on with this job.
Okay.
That we haven't talked about, like off of podcasts. Well, we might have. But yeah, we definitely have. That little shop in town that I've been wanting like since I was a kid. I was losing motivation earlier today. And they gave us notepads. So I drew a picture of what it's going to look like whenever I own it.
Okay.
And it looks really cool. Like I'm going to make it look pimp as hell.
That's the most important thing about a job is having a why of why you do it. You know, like the guy I talked about earlier, his kids. That's why he does it.
Yeah.
You know, it, I do it for that reason too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people's reasons for doing it. Yeah, you just gotta keep that in mind of no matter what you're doing. I mean, even this, like why are we doing this? I mean, I'm trying to leave a little piece of myself behind for you guys.
Yeah.
And I assume it's because you're wanting to spend time with me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything.
I guess,
But I mean, everything has a reason why you do it, and if you lose track of that reason, then you're just never going to do it.
He's starting to sound like old man from work.
I am an old man.
He was saying that all day today. Like, everything's got a reason, man. I'm telling you. He says man after every sentence. He goes, man, I'm just, man, everything's for a reason, man. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna switch teams just so you stop calling me man.
Everything's for a reason, Mac. Like,
Gosh,
I got this job, so that way I go to the dispensary.
No, I'm so serious. This is really weird. I hope he doesn't listen to this. He shouldn't. I don't think he has a flip phone even. But,
There's no way he's got Spotify.
on our so we have 2 breaks and a lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
On all 3 of those breaks, we're not supposed to leave the property,
Yeah.
He goes to his car for like about 15, 20 minutes every time. I'm like, I don't know if he's smoking that good or that crack. But he looks like he's smoking both, so I'm not sure.
If he's saying man after every single one,
yeah,
probably that good.
Like,
I mean, it's a good 80% chance that that's what's happening.
Like his birth thing that I seen, it looked like it said 75, but I think he just wrote down whenever he hit it the hardest.
Yeah.
What's 75?
Like every one of my friends that listen to this are wanting to punch you right now. Because most of them are born before 75. So,
well, like his thing. We can see basically what year everybody was born because our ID numbers are part of our birthdays. It says 75, but I just don't believe it. I think he's genuinely living a second life.
Maybe.
Or he's just lying, one of the two. Because he is he looks the age of Grandpa when he passed.
Yeah.
And
Grandpa was 52.
What?
No, the year he was born.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say, huh?
He was 52.
Yeah, he looks that old. But he swears that his birthday is 75. I don't know if he just hit the crack real hard in the 80s or what.
I mean, it's possible. I mean,
I know most people don't really care about it, but it really blows my mind how old he's fit too. He's not he doesn't even have a gut on him. He's that fit.
Well, I mean,
but he looks so old.
I'm not saying anything about this guy, but drugs, for example, are they hit people hard. I don't know how many 30-year-olds I've met that look 60 something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you don't do them. I mean, not just for looks or whatever, but I mean, I'm not any prettier and I don't do drugs, but
today. No, yeah. I'm just kidding.
But I mean, you see a lot of people do that hard shit, and I mean, you do the hard shit, you get the hard looks. So
yeah. I don't know, because a good way to tell is that they you can tell if someone has dentures or not pretty easily, at least to me.
Yeah.
And I don't think he has dentures, and he has fairly nice teeth.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's a mystery, and I want to know more if he didn't talk so much. Right. But he's so interesting.
I work for a guy that used to be a functioning addict.
Really?
Yeah, and
they gave him the job.
Huh?
They gave him the job.
Well, they didn't know.
Oh,
because he was a functioning addict, and a functioning addict, you don't know that they're on shit. And
Maybe he is smoking that Zaza in the car then.
well, because like
Or not Zaza, but crack.
so this guy he I don't even know what to call it on here without getting in trouble. Some Breaking Bad stuff.
Mm.
Okay, he was on that real heavy, but he was functioning. So like he wasn't like the regular addict on that shit where you're sitting out in the middle of your front yard taking apart a VCR.
Yeah.
You know, he's not doing.
He had his shit mostly together.
Yeah, no, he had it all together,
Yeah.
and you couldn't tell. But like,
But he was just also on that Breaking Bad.
yeah, but that was on the outside. On the inside, he was breaking apart because like no matter how functioning you are, you still break down. You know, so like,
Yeah.
relationships were suffering. You know, finances were suffering. You know, stuff like that. So I mean, you can hide it for a while, but eventually it catches up to you. And then he got off of it and then started, living the straight life or good life or however you want to call it.
Yeah.
But
I would say clean life, but yeah.
yeah, there's a word for it. See, you're tired, and I'm just done.
Something, I know we're returning back to this guy here, but I think he might have slipped up on his story earlier today. Because I just connected a moment that he
Oh
said
my
earlier.
God, Sherlock.
Well, he said, and I quote,
Mhm.
I was a alcoholic for like 20 years,
Mhm.
and I've been sober for 40. Shit ain't adding up, man.
Dude, I don't know how many 30-year-olds I've met with 35 years worth of experience. So, like,
Yeah.
people are weird.
But I also kind of understand it. I mean, like, because I've been working on cars since I was like 16, but I also don't put on my application that I have got 4 years of mechanic knowledge, you know?
Like, I know I was very supportive whenever you were 16, even though you don't believe that.
I also was just taking shit apart and putting it back together.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like, whenever I was like 10, 11, 12, something like that,
Yeah.
I would take apart like toys and stuff.
Mhm.
I shouldn't have had toys still, but I would take apart old toys and like put stuff together. Like I remember there was this one time specifically, I really wanted a speaker, like for
Yeah.
music. I didn't have one, but I had a toy that had a speaker in it, and I had an old aux cord, and I literally cut the wires, spliced them together with like just twisting it together and put some electrical tape on it,
Yeah.
and plugged it in my phone. I had a speaker, and it worked.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the coolest guy. And then, like a year later, I went to a science fair. I don't know if you remember this or not, but the thing was that the topic I was in was you build a robot,
Mhm.
and I was like 12, 13. I didn't know how to build a robot, so I built a car. I built a car out of like just scrap parts.
Yeah.
So I had an old like Walmart phone box. Like you get your phone in the
Yeah.
box. I took the box. I made my own battery packs out of like 4 gauge wire and 6 AA batteries.
Mhm.
I made 2 battery packs, one for testing, one for I can put in there at the show. And I took wheels off of a little RC car and wired the motor in with a toggle switch into the batteries. And you flip this toggle switch on top of it, and the car would go forward. And that was it, and backward. And that was literally it. Super simple. Just some wheels. I made a battery. I put on a switch, you know.
Yeah.
But I did that at like 10, 11, 12. I was like, man. Because I thought about this whenever I was in tech school in high school.
Yeah.
I was like, I've actually been doing like, of course, that's not mechanic stuff, but I've been playing around with like cars and like little tiny motors for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's like one of my favorite memories of being like as a kid making that little car. And I had it for years. I probably do still have it somewhere. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah. See, like tiny motors, stuff like that. I mean, you go into like the custom vibrator market, I guess.
Ew.
What a so so there's this trend going on, and I haven't done it yet because I don't think they make them that small. But so
What did he say?
so guys are uh, reading the reviews on uh, self massagers.
You already said vibrator.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it again,
Uh,
but if you're gonna bring it up, so they're looking at reviews of vibrators that match their size, so that way they have more confidence going in to talk to girls.
that's really funny.
Yeah. My problem is they discontinued the mini rabbit, so
Yeah.
so
There
it
was
was
a
made
trend at
for on
one.
the go.
There was a little trend at one point. It lasted like 2 weeks because TikTok banned it all.
Of course.
But if you went on porn,
Yeah.
Pornhub,
Yeah.
as in the vegetable,
Yeah.
and you would like read the comments,
Yeah.
and I did actually end up doing this at one point, just because I wanted to read the comments, right?
Yeah.
But have you ever read the comments on that?
I'm there for business. like,
I'm standing on business.
like, I'm not going there to like read somebody's review.
But it is the most out of pocket shit you've ever read in your life.
You know what we should do?
Like, I read this. I watched this at my dinner party. Like the most random
Yeah.
shit.
You know what we should do?
Huh?
We should contact Cornhub,
Yeah.
see if we can get like an exclusive podcast deal, and we'll just do the podcast off of Cornhub.
That would be hilarious.
Wouldn't it be?
Did you know that people actually post like Fortnite clips on there?
Yeah. Yeah. You know how far down the rabbit hole you gotta go.
Yeah, we'll make
before
it
you
to like
start into
page 9.
Fortnite?
Can make it to like page 9, page 10, because nothing's hitting. And you've got some 8-year-old's Fortnite clip that he hit back in 2019.
You're, I definitely won't mention names on this one, but do you remember your friend that got his mom's premium account?
No, I do not remember that.
You don't remember that?
Uh-uh.
It was back whenever you were playing like Pee Wee football, and you had one of your friends that played on the team
Yeah.
had got, had his mom's premium account login.
Really?
Yeah, and like I guess she forgot she even had it or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So
That's what they all say.
right. Well, I mean, even to this day, she probably still don't know.
Yeah.
But he getting free premium.
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I do not remember. We talked about this. My brain blocked out my childhood.
Yeah, but I mean, you would have thought, like, as a young teenage boy, that would have been the high, like, he would have been the most popular friend in the world. Hey, man, can I borrow that login right quick?
We would watch Cornhub in the locker rooms before football games, so it doesn't. Oh, I'm so serious.
Why?
Because it's guy moments, I guess. We showed one of our friends. I don't know how to say it.
So,
2 females, 1 liquid holder.
oh God,
On the bus ride.
almost got fired because of that.
We'll get back to that. But we showed him this on the bus ride to a football game, and I just recorded his face on my phone, and it is just the most raunchy face. Like, he just so disgusted.
Well, it starts out so good.
I've never watched it
Oh, it starts out so good.
because I know how bad it is, like for
Yeah.
other people.
And then it fucking,
So, also, people, if I can find the video, I will clip it and add it to the YouTube, like to play in the background. No, not 2 females, 1 liquid holder. The reaction of that friend, because I recorded it.
Okay.
If I can find it, I'll ask their permission, but likely I won't find it, so don't go looking. But if it's there, But so how did you almost get fired for this?
So whenever that first came out, Like, I don't even think Facebook was a deal. Like, it was MySpace.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, so I was working at a factory here in town, and I told my boss about it, and I was all like, "Man, you gotta see this video, man." It's
That's
called
awful.
it's called Two Girls in One Beverage Container, and it is the sexiest shit I ever seen in my life.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, like, you had no idea. Don't let your wife get you because it's full. Anyway, so like a week, 2 weeks go by. I
Yeah.
forget all about it. I even said anything to him.
Mhm.
And I come into work and I was a machine operator. And so he's like going over the list of everybody and what we're doing that day, And he's all like, line one, line two, line three. And that was my machine. And but he didn't point at me. He's like, line four, five, and six. I was like, I kind of looked at him, gave him a nod, like, hey, what's up? And he goes, fuck you, and walked off. I was all like, what the hell was that about, And
Yeah.
so I walk up to him, and I'm like, what the hell did I do? Hey, he goes, two girls, one beverage container, huh? I was like, oh my God, did you watch it? He goes, this fucking morning, and my day is ruined. And I was like, am I really?
Don't you go and look for a new corn video in the morning?
Well, because, I mean, he was married, like, you know,
No, I don't know.
well, believe it or not, back in the day, some wives weren't as open minded.
Yeah, I
you
guess so.
know, and I don't know, like girls think that, well, not all girls, but some girls think that like if a guy watches that, then that's like a form of cheating.
Yeah.
You know, um,
Which I understand, but
yeah,
to an extent.
yeah, but like I don't think I've ever watched a video going, I wonder what a relationship with her is like.
Yeah.
you know,
No, yeah, I get that.
yeah. So anyway, so I almost got fired for that shit.
That's really funny
Yeah.
though. For some reason, I thought this was going to be a bus driving story.
No,
I was like, wait, how does this?
no.
Thankfully.
Dude, being a bus driver, that was like the hardest thing in the world to like do comfortably. Like
Mhm.
you got all these kids like lives in your hand. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be very careful. Um, I took it all really seriously. Because you're responsible for a lot of kids. But yeah, no, I never played around or joked around anything with a bus because that's just how serious it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to bring that down, but yeah, it was a great job. Like I
Yeah.
love doing it, um, especially like walking into school and you feel like a rock star. Because like every kid, like I don't know what it is. Like if kids see you outside of your normal function and you like work for a school, what?
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I don't know. It was a great time, but
One of the most fun jobs I ever had, or no, we're just going to go ahead and call it the most fun job I ever had was working at, I don't really want to say it, but the Liberty Bell. We'll say that. Um,
keep going.
they sell burritos.
Dong.
Yeah. Live Moss. They're like,
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna come after us for that.
well, they might after this.
Oh God! Swear to God, if you put your dick in my refried beans,
Um, no, but that was the most fun job because everybody that works at the one I worked at were all stoners,
yeah,
including our manager,
right?
our general manager.
Mm-hmm.
And well, okay, our general manager was off on maternity leave for most of the time I worked there.
Mm-hmm.
She'd peep in every once in a while to like see how things are going, but for the most part, our general manager was this other lady that just popped in out of nowhere, and she was big stoner, had the big old box vape, and we would sit there and smoke the basil in the office of this Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
And I can confidently say this because we live in a legal state. But yeah, we would sit in that office and smoke basil for like, and we did that every day. There was one time it took me 15 minutes. This is no exaggeration in any way because I checked the time.
Yeah.
It was 15 minutes to make one taco, which takes about 6-7 seconds. Really, really fast.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Do you know how I found out that you were smoking weed at the job?
How?
When I asked you to make me a burrito. Like,
I remember that.
right? I was like,
Because I was like, how big you want it?
yeah, I was like, you make it however you want to make it. And I go and get this burrito.
That's all right. It's just funny.
Well, also not the seams.
Yeah,
And it's got the entire menu in that burrito.
it really did.
Yeah,
It had
I know.
every ingredient that they have,
Like
except jalapenos.
I've never eaten a Bell burrito.
You didn't help it.
Yeah.
You still said
Yeah,
the
I
word.
know, right? I just paused. Anyway,
Okay,
I never.
I worked at Taco Bell. We smoked weed in the office. I don't
Right.
care anymore.
So, I've never eaten a Taco Bell burrito. Only halfway. Like as there, but I was.
Do you know how many tortillas I used for that?
I don't know, but I was like halfway through the burrito, and I was all like, "This motherfucker's high." Like, I knew it. I was like, "He's fucking high."
I think I might have a still picture of it
Probably.
because I did send it to you before you got there, just as like a preface to what's coming.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was hilarious.
Picture didn't do it justice.
I don't have the picture immediately.
Yeah. Well, if you can find it, put that on here too, because
Yeah, people go crazy. But yeah, take a guess how many tortillas I used.
3.
Yeah, but it was the biggest tortillas they have.
Dude, I'm fat. I know my tortillas.
Well, like they have the normal tortilla
Uh-huh.
for the 5-layer burrito. It's a very average sized, and then they have the large tortilla for like the grilled cheese burritos and the big ones.
Uh-huh.
I used 3 of the big ones, and it barely wrapped it.
Uh-huh.
Because I put the potato wedges, I put all the kinds of meat, like 2 different scoops of refried beans, like I put every topping except for jalapenos because I know you're a little puss to spice.
Yeah.
But I really did put a little bit of everything on the menu on that burrito, and I'm sure it was good too.
It was. Like, I
Also, because like 80% of it was nacho cheese.
yeah. But, like, I don't understand why you don't kind of look into the whole culinary thing, like culinary school or something.
I've thought about it.
Because, dude, like that ramen that you make me,
Yeah.
he makes this, oh my God, ramen. And
Let me explain it real fast.
Okay.
So,
We're talking about food, so he's in. He's awake.
I really like care about food, obviously. Just look at me.
I wasn't going there, but
Yeah. Me and one of my friends, we were talking about it. He got me thinking about it again, and because I did 4 years of culinary just class in high school, or just in school, because it was partially junior high also. But and I took it really seriously, and I got like really good grade in all of it. And I worked at 2 different food places, one of which was like a professional kitchen. I know you hate it, but
Yeah.
it genuinely is like a professional kitchen. You have to be top notch at everything you do, or you get fired.
Right.
And then Taco Bell. But I've thought about it, and this friend I'm talking about, he brought it up because we've talked about, because I've had the idea of having like a food truck.
Mhm.
Because it'd be kind of cool. Like, and one day I'm in California, the next day I'm in Colorado, the next day I'm in Florida.
Like travel.
Yeah, and like have the licenses and everything for it. and hell, even Kansas City, like big time stuff. And my idea was like baked potatoes, which sounds so weird, but like baked potatoes, but you can get all this amazing stuff on it. And then I found out they already do that. There's already a company that does it, and they're like TikTok famous.
Yeah, they used to have it in the food court at the mall, and
Damn it!
my mom would have me like eat over there and everything. I was like, well, I want a baked potato. Dad makes those in the microwave all the time. You know,
I came up with that idea all on my own, and it's been around for years.
that's all right. Well, I had that idea the other day, and like it's already been a thing.
Which one?
Screen printed tattoos.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you design your tattoo and all that. And
yeah. Which is
that way you
Inkbox
can,
is
yeah,
the company. Yeah.
yeah. That way you can see, like how you're visioning it, and you can see what it looks like on your body. And somebody already does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It sucks. We have all these good ideas.
yeah, I know.
We're just a little slow to them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm selling everything.
But then whenever I found out that people already did that, I don't want to like that's their thing. I don't think there's other food trucks that actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to steal like one person's thing, you know.
Well, I mean, how many different like hibachi food trucks there are? How many different
Yeah,
street taco?
I get that, but their thing's actually original.
Well,
And
no, it's dude. Like
you don't think it's original?
where we're at in life now,
Mm.
nothing is original.
That's fair.
Nothing. The only thing that's original is branding. If you can brand it right and you can get a following, then you can do something. Like somebody can make a better baked potato than you by far. I mean, look at McDonald's and Whistler's in Carthage.
Yeah.
Whistler, their burgers are better in every way than McDonald's. But McDonald's outsells them 1,000,000 to 1, like whatever it is.
Well, my backup idea after I thought about this,
Mm-hmm.
the food truck will be called Heart Attack because it's nothing but like extremely savory foods.
Get a side order of nitro pill.
Basically, yeah. But like burritos with like really well made like mac and cheese, and it's got like oven baked chicken in it, and it's got all these like specifically cooked bacon and chives and like all this stuff that's. I mean, you should get a heart attack, you know. Obviously, you really won't, but it's supposed to be like super, super savory. You know, it's not good for you.
Yeah,
but it's really good and it's authentic. Like it's not
stuff isn't good for you.
Yeah, like buy like just the macaroni elbows.
Yeah,
and like actually melt like Gouda cheese, cheddar that I shredded, make it legit stuff, not just powdered cheese or a couple, like a block of Velveeta in it,
Yeah.
Make it legit and like make everything actually the way it's supposed to be.
If you stay small, you can do that. If you try to go big, you can't.
Why do you say that?
Well, to be cost effective, like if you have one truck, then you can do all the fresh ingredients and all this, that, and the other. But if you have multiple trucks, well, now you got to figure out a way to cut corners, to save money, to pay for these other trucks, to pay for the fuel.
Oh, I would never do more than one truck.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like McDonald's back in the day probably did make really good burgers, like the original restaurant.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. I forget what it's called.
The Founder.
Yeah. But they made really good, really fast burgers.
Yeah.
And then once you chain it all together to where you have all these chains all around the country, well, dude, like we don't even know what the hell the fries that we're eating. Like it's a potato that nobody else even
knows what it is.
Yeah, like they're grown specifically for McDonald's, and they have a standard along with those potatoes.
Yeah,
and they
honestly, like unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they're like actually like cut potatoes. I think they're mashed and then formed into. because eat most fries,
Mm-hmm.
they'll sometimes have like a different texture,
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell that's a cut potato, McDonald's fries, it tastes like they've fried little slivers of mashed potato.
I don't know. I mean, I really would like to see like one of those like.
And I think they're too salty, but
Well, yeah, but I mean, you could if you ask for unsalted fries, then they have to make them fresh.
yeah, I've seen that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but
I don't want them unsalted, just not so much,
well, no, you ask for unsalted, then you ask for a salt packet.
Well, then you look like an idiot.
Well, no, you look like you just got fresh fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you ever seen like all the hidden menu item?
Oh yeah,
I don't know
absolutely.
much about it, but
I've seen so many of them.
yeah, I love going to McDonald's. I'll make you anything.
Yeah.
Like I want a quarter pounder, but in the style of a Big Mac because I don't want to live past 40.
Well, with the app, you can build anything.
Yeah, but I mean that cost. So,
Yeah. Well, everything on the app's cheaper. It's just having to go there instead of have it delivered.
I hate this app shit so much.
Why? It's so convenient and it's cheaper.
No, not really.
All the apps I've used are way cheaper. Unless you use DoorDash, then
Like DoorDash and Uber and all that crap that's on there. Like this whole like Walmart stuff where like you can have your groceries delivered.
Yeah.
We used to do that back in the 60s. Like grocery stores delivered. That was like like kids would go get a job as a grocery delivery kid.
Yeah.
And they would get they would call in their order and the grocer would fill it and then give it to one of the kids and the kids would deliver it.
Isn't that? I'm pretty sure that's where the phrase "go getter" comes from.
Maybe.
I think that is.
Alexa, where does the phrase go getter come from?
From spellchecker.net. It is derived from the phrase to go and get, which means to actively pursue something.
Okay.
Well,
that was the dictionary definition.
that doesn't give us history.
No.
But whatever.
Anyway,
I think that's what it's from, though. That's kind of cool. Fun fact.
but we already had that, and progress made us get rid of that. Why have somebody come to your house whenever you can have two cars in the driveway? You can just drive to the store. And now that everybody's used to that, it's like, oh, okay, we're going to sneak back into the 60s
Yeah.
and we're going to like do all this new stuff that isn't new at all. So, and then we're going to charge you for it. And you got to do most of the work. So,
I really don't find it to be a problem. I also have grown up in the age of it,
yeah.
But I think it's very convenient for lazy people and elderly people or people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Because like somebody who has a problem walking, they can pull into their parking spot and somebody will just come out and put it in your car. And then you go home, you have to walk very little,
Yeah, but why didn't we care about the elderly and the disabled people for the last 30 years when we're like, nah, we can't do that no more?
I think they were forcing people to have friends. Like, hey, can you go do this for me?
Yeah, well, it's like anything. Like somebody will have like a whole new job. Like they'll have an idea, right? And they're going to try to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
The wheel's still going to be round. It's still going to go in a circle.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to put their own little spin on it and everything. And
Haha, I see what you did there.
yeah, I didn't even know.
I know.
But it's like this whole grocery delivery thing, or oh my god, the self checkout. I hate that. I mean, I enjoy it because I hate people. Because I
was about to say you hate it every time we go to Walmart.
Yeah, because I just want to scan my few items and go. But I also don't like it because it's like okay, there's one job, two jobs, three jobs, four jobs, five jobs.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I mean, and then we're gonna chastise your generation for like why don't you have a job?
Yeah.
Because those jobs they're phasing out where you get to start and get to build a work history and it's like okay it's like that thing where it's like, um, you go to a job interview and they want you to have 10 years of experience.
But you're 18.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I got back from college at the beginning of December,
Mm-hmm.
and I finally got a job last week,
Yeah.
and I just started this week. But
It's never been
it's like it. Yeah, that's we've talked about that, and it's not from inactive trying. Like every day I was at home, I was applying for jobs on apps, on websites. I did nothing. I mean, I enjoyed my time at home also, but if at least several times a day,
Yeah.
I would be applying for jobs. And if you pulled up my Indeed app, I have over like 150 different jobs I've applied for, and I finally got one hit that I qualified for.
I know.
And I immediately took it.
I know a lot of people disagree with me, but Indeed, like that whole thing is like the worst thing that's come out as far as like working and all that, because what it does is takes away any company loyalty that you could ever grow.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know how
I
many.
started 2 days ago. I'm already looking on there still.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. And even if you don't look, you're going to get an email notification that, hey, this other place is hiring. Hey, this other place is hiring. Now, every job that you'll ever have, you're going to go through a phase where,
Like, right. Sorry to interrupt, but I got a notification 2 hours ago,
yeah,
which uh, just 2 hours ago, which we're recording this in the morning, so that was pretty damn early, you know.
mm-hmm.
I got an inquiry about a job for Indeed.
Well, that's my point. Is like, because work is going to piss you off no matter what. No matter where you work, I don't care if it's where you're at now or if you worked in a nunnery, or even if you're doing something that you really love to do.
Yeah.
You're going to get mad. And then while you're mad, they're going to send you a notification about somebody else looking to hire. And so you're just going to be like, oh, well, fuck it, I quit. I just go to this other place.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a horrible thing to do because companies still look at how many jobs you're switching out through the year, how many months you'll stay at a job.
Yeah.
Because it costs a certain amount of money to put somebody. It's like, I don't know, getting pretty close to about $3,000 to put somebody on. Because you got to sign them up for insurance, you got to drug test them, you got to do orientation, you got to pay people to train them.
Physical also.
Yeah. So it costs money to do that. And so now companies are getting pickier about who they hire and who they let come through their doors. But Indeed is doing everything it can. And it's not like Indeed as a company, they're evil, blah, 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 because there's several different companies that do it.
Yeah.
But they're helping individuals quit their job to move on to another job that's going to keep them from getting another job. And eventually you're going to run out of work.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it goes. And I don't know. It's the world pisses me off so randomly anymore.
I completely get it. Like it does me all the time. Just randomly. Like earlier today, or last night, I was at work and I did make a mistake. We were pushing this like little. It's like a 6 foot long dolly. Like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And we had stacked it probably a couple 100 pounds of product to like bring to another spot in the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pushing it through this really tiny gap that it's probably shouldn't go through, but that's where they told me to put it through. And it barely nicked this little like supporting plate for another piece of equipment. It barely nicked it, and it caused it to full stop really, really fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
And this little lady was on the other end of it, and she all the boxes like fell at her.
Yeah.
Hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
And she is like 5'3".
Yeah.
The boxes were at least 6 foot tall, like 6 foot high, and she's like 5'3". And here comes all these boxes running like right at her,
Yeah.
and she just barely was able to like jump out of the way. But like she could have gotten severely injured because right behind her was solid metal equipment
Mm-hmm.
that if she would have got, if it would have like hit her feet or whatever, and she got stuck and hit her head off of it, like she could have died.
Yeah.
But thankfully nobody got hurt or anything. But I made that little mistake, and I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know either.
What were we talking about before this?
How shitty like job search is.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I did this, and then the old guy I was talking about earlier came up and just like kept hounding me about it. And he goes, like this happens all the time. Like, well, you really got to get your shit together, man. And like all this, and this. I'm like,
He's a day two foreman.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
apparently he had worked there years ago,
Yeah.
but this was like 9 years ago, according to him, and he only worked there for 2.
Yeah.
And he was just like, wouldn't stop hounding me. And I let it go for a few minutes. I was just like, okay, all right, whatever,
He wants to be a lead. He wants to be a boss.
Yeah, but he, after a few minutes, he just wouldn't let it go. And I was keeping my cool. And I looked over at him because me and him are at the same status.
Yeah.
It's not like he has any power over me.
Yeah.
I was like, I turned my head and I was like, looked him right in the eyes. I was like, respectfully, can you please leave me the fuck alone while I clean this up? Didn't say a word and just left.
Yeah.
And I felt really mean because I know he was just trying to help. But at the same time, I know I messed up. I know I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone. And he didn't talk to me for the rest of the day.
Well, no, because he's older. You're younger.
Yeah.
He, in his mind, he was trying to help.
Yeah.
But
At the same time, I was running circles around him, though.
yeah,
I know he's significantly older, but
Right.
he's acting all this high mighty power. Then why am I doing your job better?
right, and he's gonna, he's gonna do that. Like
Yeah.
you'll find that at every job and every location. Like there's always that guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Found my guy
Yeah. So
on day one.
there's more than one, and
Mhm.
like nobody on that floor signs your check.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter what anybody says, thinks, or does. All you do is your job, and try to do a little more than your job. That's how you get off of that to go on to something better and da 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 da. But
I just hope he doesn't like report it or something because that was. I mean, I could have got in trouble for that.
you can, yeah,
But at the same time, he was cussing up a storm all day, but it wasn't at anybody.
right.
But
Well,
I think I'm fine. But
right, but you gotta watch it. You gotta watch the attitude and stuff. I mean, you can't,
yeah,
do that. I understand why you did it, but
yeah, I gotta watch it a little harder.
it will. I had this conversation today, and it's like, I'm at a point in my life where like nothing really bothers me too much.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a few things that do, but for the most part, like especially at work, I don't get bothered by anything.
yeah,
I mean, I've been pissed off, sure, but it's not like I'm not going to quit.
yeah,
I'm not going to fight with anybody at work. I'm not, I'm just going to do my job and that's it. And that's kind of where you need to get to like successfully do that because you can care too much about work, which we both know I've done.
yeah, for years.
Yeah.
But you got it under control, and I'm gonna try and learn it a little quicker than you. But
definitely.
But
Your kids will like you a whole lot more.
I really can't say a whole lot yet because I mean, I just finished my second day. I'm about to do my third.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't have a whole lot to talk about,
Right.
But that same lady that all the boxes almost fell.
Yeah.
She kept she was like same ethnicity as Shark King that we talked about
Yeah.
earlier. That was on our little Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And she didn't speak very good English, but it was still decent,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was flirting with me.
Hey, there you go.
And she was like, close to my age, I think. But like,
Oh, well, the show sent a shot. We knew you like him older.
say, but she was like, she kept winking at me a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and like, you know how like older women they'll just wink at you. They just do that.
No, they don't. But go ahead.
What?
No, they don't. But go ahead.
What are you talking about?
Dude, the only time I've ever seen a girl wink at me is when she had something in her eye.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the hell? I
Mm.
get winked at by old ladies all the time.
I don't know what to say to that.
Like, I'll say I'm at a grocery store, right?
Uh-huh.
There's an old lady in the aisle,
Uh-huh.
and I'll bend down the bottom shelf, grab something, and I like knock something off,
Mm-hmm.
and I go back down and get it, and like I look back at her and laugh because like it's someone in your vicinity, don't make it uncomfortable,
Right.
and she like the old lady would just like give me a smile and wink.
Yeah. Well, first we need to figure out what your definition of old is because you said 75 was grandpa. So,
Well, for me being 19,
uh-huh.
I'm gonna say old is like for dating range. I'm gonna call old late 30s.
But it's hurtful.
I'm talking about for dating though.
Who's winking at you?
There was this old lady at Dollar General.
How old is old? Like,
She was like 50, but
okay, now we're getting somewhere.
yeah.
Like, if she's like winking at you and then giving you a lollipop, it's probably like it's okay. But if she like winking at you,
Thank you, Mrs. Lady.
yeah. So I mean,
But
late 30s old. Kiss my head.
I'm talking about for dating, not just people in general.
Uh,
Because I would say late 30s, early 40s is a little too old for me dating.
how old would you date then? Like, give me a number. Like
oldest?
yeah, like what's the oldest that you would date at 19 years old?
By like 32.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you ready for stepkids already?
I mean, sure. Depends on how fat that is.
Depends on if you got a snack pack.
You don't call me handsome unless you're gonna hand me some of that badonkadonk.
Oh goodness.
Like there was this one at work today or last night, and we hadn't said anything to each other, didn't even look at each other really. I mean, we might have like once, but I could tell she was in her 30s, like 33, 34.
So
I would have risked it all for the bread that day.
So you would date into like my age bracket.
It depended on the person, but yeah, I probably would.
Huh. That's weird.
You've talked about dating my friends, so
Not dating your friends.
in the last year, they all been legal. Yeah,
Not dating.
you laughed a little too unconfidently.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Shout out Charlene.
Charlene.
I don't have a friend Charlene. It was just
I'm like, I don't know.
I'm just a placeholder.
Who the hell is Charlene?
You got pictures?
Holy shit.
She's in your grade, right?
Dude,
Dad, I'm graduated.
like, I don't know, like, the youngest that would go, maybe 30's pushing it.
For you?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Like,
That's kind of weird. We're overlapping a little bit.
I know, but I mean, I don't know, 30 would be pushing me. Like, usually I try, like, 10-year difference.
Yeah.
Like as young as I'll go. Because you don't have anything in common, like, that's what we don't talk about music.
Mm.
They don't even know who
Well, my limit was 13 years older. Wow. I need to reevaluate.
Yeah. Yeah. If I go 13 years older, then I'm like hitting up retirement homes.
Well, like,
What's up, little mommy? You want to go play some shuffleboard?
I'll get you a brand new sun visor.
I guess it'd be like, what up, little grandma?
Virgin pina colada with your NyQuil. But I've had Tinder before,
Mhm.
and I have changed the age limit
Uh,
to like 35, 40 range just to see.
yeah.
Man, I absolutely would.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying to
would. I would so fast.
get the fuck off of Tinder.
Well, I'm not anymore, but
Yeah.
whenever I was, of course, I'd play around with it, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Like, if you're like, I don't know, search up a booty call or something like that, whatever. But yeah, like, as far as like trying to date somebody on Tinder or pretty much any dating site,
Yeah.
the way AI is, man, you're either talking to a girl or you're talking to like some like 12-year-old Filipino guy, you know, like, yeah, you just don't bother with it anymore. It's too dangerous for you guys.
I mean, thanks to Tinder, I lost my red belt. That does not mean period, by the way. People were saying that was last years ago, but
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be Red Wings.
is that what it's called for a period?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, still, red belt is what. That was pretty nice.
What the hell's a red belt?
Like Native American.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but that,
Well, I was at college.
yeah, but I mean, I guess you can say it because you're partial. But
Well, I mean, that's not to be racist. I don't know.
it
Does that sound racist?
is 100%.
Well, like the football team, that's kind of what I was going off of. Redskins?
That aren't called that anymore.
Oh my gosh. You're 2024 in
Yeah,
me now?
you're talking about the Washington Commanders.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, if I offended anybody, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I know I wouldn't offend her because we joked about it a lot.
I mean, I've got quite a bit of Native American in me, so I think we're going to be all right. But
Yeah, but in any American.
I mean,
Haha.
I mean, yeah, I got a couple of stories I ain't told you.
Never mind. That was going to sound racist.
Dude, I went through my hoe phase pretty hard.
I had the nickname of sophomore whore in high school.
Well, because you were.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was my hoe phase. I mean, that's my high school hoe phase.
Yeah, I know. You like burn it out like way too soon. Like,
Well, I got fat again. It became a little less easy.
work out a little bit more because, like, in your 20s, like, that's whenever you, like, man, I got some like stories. Like, I can't even say on here. Now, if we were sponsored by Pornhub, then I could probably tell you some of these stories. But
Gosh. Okay, so we've talked about well, I guess we haven't on the podcast. I'm going to go ahead and say now, if we could be sponsored by any company, Cornhub would be my number one sponsor. Hope we get.
well, because I mean,
It's just iconic, and I love to do iconic shit.
I don't know about iconic.
That would be amazing.
I mean, if you walked up to 10 different people, just 10 strangers, and asked them how like your login for Cornhub, all 10 of them are gonna go. I don't get on that, but all 10 of them are on that.
Why would you? Why do you have a login?
Whatever it is,
You don't need a login.
If you're rocking premium,
I guess so.
because you're
Never rocked premium.
okay, so you'll steal my credit card for Spotify premium,
Yeah.
but not for that premium.
I use Spotify at least 5-6 times a day. I only use Pornhub Premium about 3. Haha, just kidding.
It's more like 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Gotta stay loose, baby.
Maybe a month.
I like you, man. You lie low.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody's gonna admit it,
Yeah, that's fine though. I mean,
Nobody wants to just openly say, "Oh, I watch corn,"
right. I mean, but it's just such a different. More people say it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is okay. Anyway, let's talk about like something.
Other than corn.
Yeah, because I mean, I sound like I'm in like a group, like
You meet in the woods?
no, like
Between the laptops?
no, like always I don't know, like a sex among us or whatever the hell is, a group therapy.
Sex Addiction Anonymous?
Yeah, like
Oh
group
my
therapy
gosh.
list.
Why did I know the name?
Probably because you're in it. So
What?
it's your week. It's your week to bring the Kool-Aid. Yeah,
I bought cookies last week.
right. And I got the pasta salad this week.
Wait a minute.
Anyway, Chiefs 49ers.
Yep.
Who you taking?
49ers. As a person that lives in Missouri,
Mm-hmm. Your grandmother. Be so disappointed in me.
God rest her soul.
Mm-hmm.
I never met her, so
Oh, you will.
she can't yell at me now.
She will.
She will eventually. But I don't know. The Chiefs have had their moments of shining recently in like the past few years.
Not enough.
Uh-huh. Well, I was really badly wanting 49ers and Ravens. But, Chiefs got to go in there and screw it up.
Yeah.
Whoa, Niners and Ravens couldn't have happened anyway, right? Because they play each other.
No.
Oh, they didn't?
Okay.
Okay.
It was Niners and Lions.
Okay, then that's what I wanted.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so glad that the Lions didn't make it, though.
I wanted them to make it so bad.
I know, and that made me not want them to be there so much more.
What? Why do you got to root against me all the time?
Because it's iconic. I like to do iconic shit.
I'm about to iconic you upside the head.
Ugh. See, both of our analogies, like our things just there, did not make sense.
I don't know. It's early, man.
So, I don't know who you got.
Well, Chiefs. I mean, I kind of have to.
See.
What? They're just up the road.
2 hours up the road.
You went to college up there. You're still like 49ers.
Yeah. What's kind of funny?
What?
That Native American girl I was talking about earlier, she was right next to the Kansas City Speedway.
What's here? I mean, still.
What?
You gotta, what? You gotta root whoever you're gonna root for. It was easier for me whenever I was younger because I could root for whoever I wanted in the Super Bowl because the Chiefs were never in that. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, we just, like, we got to watch them for one playoff game.
Yep.
If they made it. And that was it. That's all we had to worry about. Then we could just, it was a fun Super Bowl. Now it's all nerve wracking. Are they going to win?
Well, I'm going to be at work during the Super Bowl, so I'm not going to watch it anyway.
I'm probably going to be asleep, so.
Well, I'll be asleep to go to work, and then it'll be going on while I'm at work.
Right.
So.
You know how many people are going to miss Monday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I already know one guy at work that's already put in a PTO day for Monday.
If it wasn't my first week, I probably would have requested it off or something.
Oh, my God.
If I was like a month in, I probably would have done it.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't miss a day for 3 months.
I really badly want to go to the drag show.
Oh, my God.
I changed my mind, not the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. So, what'd you guys talk about on this week's podcast? Porn, a little bit of football, and drag shows. My friends are so going to tune this out.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about one conspiracy theory.
Oh, what's a good one to bring up then?
They're all so good.
They are really good. There was this one guy that his name was Shane Dawson. If people in my age group know who this is,
Who the hell that?
they're gonna find this really funny. But he he was one of the YouTube OGs, you could say.
Uh-huh.
He was one of the originals, and he ended his career with conspiracy theories.
Uh-huh.
Not like he got his boost to relevance back, and he would post these conspiracy theory videos about like the Mandela effect and like all these different random things. And They were really good, and I watched every one of them. And then he got in trouble.
For what?
Screwing his cat?
So, conspiracy.
No. He got in trouble for it. He was screwing his cat. Poor Cheeto. Cheeto was the name of the cat.
Like a house cat?
Yeah.
A regular house cat.
Yes. Like if Sylvester was Cheeto, yeah.
Oh boy.
Sylvester is our cat. But
Yeah.
like genuine pet. And he had this cat had been in these videos for years. Like he's had this cat for a very long time. So who knows how long this has been going on. This is very late news. This was like 2019, 2018.
Is it physically possible? I don't think it is.
I don't know. I don't necessarily want to Google it, you know?
I
No.
don't want to Google it.
No, don't. No, leave her out of it. I see you looking at her.
She might know the answer.
No, Alexa's not going to know the answer. I'm saying it quietly so she doesn't hear.
But she could.
But that's what he got canceled for.
God almighty. Well, you. First off.
Oh yeah, like I used to be an avid watcher, and I definitely asked Mom if I could buy his merchandise a couple times, and then comes out with that.
Buy a T-shirt of the cat, but T-shirt's got a hole in it. Hey,
oh, wait a minute. I did see a thing on TikTok that somebody was like thrifting at a Goodwill, and they found one of his merchandise shirts in the Goodwill. I'm like, wow.
Should have been in the bad will.
Well, like I remember when like this specific shirt, whenever it came out,
Yeah,
and I was like 10. Like I've been watching this guy for a very long time.
We're supposed to be talking about conspiracy theories.
Sorry. But they found the shirt, and it was kind of funny that it made it to a Goodwill because I would have kept it because that's rare now.
Do you know any conspiracy theories?
Mandela effect is the first one on top of my head.
Is that the one like you're like, yeah, this is kind of a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a thing.
I thought it was bullshit in the beginning.
See, I thought the same thing, but then I watched Interstellar.
Can you explain the Mandela effect for people who don't know?
So the Mandela effect would be like a very large group of people remember something a certain way, but turns out it's factually not that way, and they say that it could be like other like alternate dimensions are like overlapping, and we're getting like little bits of their dimension, and it's confusing our memories.
Yeah,
but like
the Sinbad Shazam movie and the Shaquille O'Neal Shazam movie.
Yeah, people thought like they were for sure it was Shazam or it was Shaquille O'Neal, right?
I know it was Shaquille O'Neal.
But it wasn't Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, but it was.
I mean, is that the person they thought it was, and it turned out
like some people think it's Sinbad, and people have seen the movie. So Sinbad himself says that he never made a Shazam movie.
Okay, then yeah.
But like I remember watching the Shaquille O'Neal one as a kid.
Yeah,
but
a lot of people don't. They remember the Sinbad one.
Yeah, see the Berenstein Bears and the Berenstein Bears.
It's Berenstain and Berenstein, but yeah.
Yeah, like I remember the Berenstein Bears.
But it's Berenstain.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, like I could still almost quote this book that my mom read me. Out of bed, across the floor, out the window, or across the roof, down. Just between the rocks. Like that was my favorite part.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I believe. I don't know if I believe it or not, but there is I see a lot of fake Mandela effects.
Yeah.
But do you know why they call it the Mandela effect?
Because the guy that discovered it his last name was Mandela.
No, so it was Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember that Nelson Mandela died in prison, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Now, I was a kid, And so I very much could have just misremembered that or misheard that or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where the Mandela thing. The theory is that the hydrogen collider in whatever country it's in
Oh, yeah.
exploded, and that's what sent our universe into the multiverse,
Yeah.
and that's why we're overlapping and misremembering things.
I remember seeing something like that.
Yeah, and it's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who knows how likely it is, but it's interesting.
yeah, like I mean, I'll put it on like the same level as flat Earth. Like like yeah, it's a cool thought. You seriously doubt it though.
Yeah.
I haven't seen actual proof of it.
Yeah.
But you would think that they'd be so vastly different from one universe to the other. I think people just watch Avengers Endgame like way too much, and like, it's a multiverse.
I had one Mandela effect on my mind, but I forgot it. But yeah, it was just a lot of random stuff that everybody remembers a specific certain way, and just turns out that just what just have you looked up a lot of Mandela effect stuff?
No, I haven't looked it up, but I'll look at them when I run across them.
The Monopoly Man, does he have a monocle? Like to memory, does he have a monocle or does he not have a monocle?
I remember him with a monocle.
See, so did I.
Yeah, like
He is never in the beginning of Monopoly, whenever it was back in like the 20s, 30s, something like that. To this day, he has never had a monocle.
And I argue that fact with Ace Ventura when nature calls. Because he called the guy the Monopoly guy. And that guy was short, bald, white mustache, wearing a monocle.
Yeah.
And that, like I remember him having a monocle. Like I can clearly see it in my head, sitting at my grandma's house with my cousins, playing Monopoly, getting pissed off because I didn't know how to buy hotels. And going to go play Mario Kart instead. So,
yeah, to this day, he's never had a monocle on any advertisement, like since the beginning. Huh?
Government lies.
Yeah,
they're just trying to hold us down.
Oh yeah, because they're so truthful.
Yeah,
but
this whole government, like the election stuff is starting up, right? I know it's like your first presidential one and all that. Get ready for a roller coaster of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, all right. At this point, it's like fucking just let the computers do it. Like, I'm so tired. But like, I mean, like, there's guys saying now, oh well, AI can predict the outcome of the election, so there's no point in even having an election. Oh, yeah, just let the computers do it.
You think so?
No, I mean you can't really have the computers do it, but like it's also between AI and between media and Facebook and all that horseshit. Nobody's ever going to know the truth.
Yeah.
It's just picking out which lie that you believe the most.
See, I completely agree for sure, but for my first election, I don't know. I know we've talked about it, and you tell me too, but depending on who the candidates are, I likely just won't vote.
I understand your point on that. I do believe in the old thought process of it's your duty to vote as an American.
I get that also, yeah.
There's a lot of countries that vote now, but there didn't used to be.
Isn't there a country where it's illegal not to vote? I feel like that was like one of the Koreas at some point.
I mean, I think North Korea definitely has a vote, but ain't nobody counting that shit. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's illegal. I think it's just death if you vote the wrong way. But, I mean, you gotta, as much bullshit that you have to go through, really the only thing you can do is listen to like the speeches and stuff and try to figure out what their actual plan is to the best of your ability, and then you vote that way.
Yeah.
They're not even debating this year, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, like there's no scheduled debates. Biden doesn't want to do it. Trump doesn't. Trump doesn't have to do it.
I remember whenever the original like Trump versus Biden was.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, it wasn't that long ago, but that was the first and only thing that I ever cared about politics.
yeah,
Because I mean, everybody in our area, at least, the majority of people were, "Oh my gosh, Trump!" And I was like, "Okay, let me learn about him," you know.
yeah.
And then you got all this stuff that makes him seem so amazing. And I'm not going to publicly just say my voting like thing here, but a lot of what he did was very productive and very good.
Yeah,
He did a lot of good, and I don't think we can say that as much for Biden.
I'd have to really, really, really search.
Yeah, that's also my problem also because I don't look into the stuff because I don't really care, you know.
Biden's presidency to me has been bland and on autopilot. Like,
At least Trump could speak clearly.
yeah, I mean, clearly, as clear as a maniac can. Because I mean, I might like his policies on a lot of things.
Yeah,
The dude's off his finger rocker. Like,
all politicians are
He's like-
though. You just got to pick the best one of the bad
I
bunch.
know, but just like you're a loser, like
Yeah,
like just his whole deal. I mean, yeah, you got to vote policies and stuff like that, and just like all the other elections, I will look at whatever policies I can find, and that's the way I'll vote. But as far as like Biden, I mean, I don't even know what he's trying to do.
what I thought was also kind of funny about Biden
Hmm.
is during the election he was talking about, or yeah, he was talking about like, oh, I'm going to bring so many jobs and whatnot.
Yeah,
First month then, like shuts down the oil field or the pipeline. Yeah,
yeah,
like first month. I'm like, you know how many jobs that is?
right,
Just right off the bat.
right. Well, see, so like, um, there's they shut down these coal mines, right? At one point, it wasn't Biden; it was somebody. I think it was Obama did it, and the thing was, um, like the fans of Obama, whenever somebody would say something about how horrible it was that they shut down the coal mines, their response was always learn to code, learn a different job.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit that these people lost their job. They think that they should just do something else. So whenever all this stuff came out about like journalism and stuff, and people started losing their jobs as a journalist, they're like, learn to code. You know, like you can't just like knock somebody because the government took their jobs and and then whenever it happens to you, get pissed off whenever you get hit with the same shit. Keep that same energy.
Yeah.
You know, um, but I don't know, most of the stuff like we're going green or whatever. Like we got all these windmills up around here and all that. Um, they're just all they're doing is repurposing jobs to whatever stock that they have bought into. Like there's so much insider trading whenever it comes to politicians.
Yeah.
So like politicians, make like I don't know what their pay scale is, but like $200,000 a year, right? And I don't make that much, but like they're getting 200,000 a year, but they're worth $20 million.
Yeah.
If I make my yearly salary, but I'm worth $20 million, somebody's gonna come ask like, why are you worth $20 million? What is the deal with it? Like I'm gonna get audited. I'm gonna, but for them it's okay.
Yeah.
So all they're doing is just like, okay, like the oil stock market is saturated. It's not worth as much. So they'll put it into this whole windmill thing, and then they'll pass laws to make the oil go away and the windmills stock rise, and then the stock will rise up, and then now they're got more millions of dollars. It's such a fucking Ponzi scheme. It's horrible.
That's my biggest reason why I don't really care about politics very much. I mean, as long as my general life doesn't change a whole lot,
Yeah.
I'm all right. You know,
Well,
like if taxes get a little lower, a little higher, I mean, they're going to get higher no matter what over time. You know,
yeah.
but I don't know. It really doesn't matter that much to
Well,
me, at least.
I made roughly the same amount of money under Trump as I did under Biden. Like my yearly salary didn't increase.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it has, but not that much. Um, but I brought home more money and I could buy more things, at the supermarket and the grocery store than I can under Biden.
Yeah, but there's also a bunch of other different factors with that, though. You worked less, and you were home more, and you still made the same amount of money, but there were just a lot of different conditions at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. I was like, if I make the same money under this guy and under this guy, but yeah, not. I don't have as much money left over every week because of groceries and because of
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like, like I have to vote for who's going to give me more money. So that makes everybody part of the problem, is because
Yeah.
you'll never know exactly what one side is wanting and what the other side is wanting. The only thing people are voting for is who's going to pay me more.
Yeah.
Like me, I like to work. I like to feel like I'm contributing and I'm doing my part and all that. So I want lower taxes. But somebody that wants to, pursue their dreams of, whatever it may be that doesn't pay like my job does, well, then they want to vote for the other side because, there's more like government handouts, there's more um, programs, there's stimulus checks and all this other shit, you know. So they're getting paid from their side, I'm getting paid from my side, and that's the only way people are voting. It's just who's going to pay them.
Well,
You seem really bored of this.
no, I'm just really tired. So I've been up all night.
Yeah.
Um, and politics. To me personally, it's just not a big deal.
Isn't it funny how like conspiracy theories just rolls right into politics and you don't even notice?
That's kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want to talk about like Bigfoot.
Well, let's save that for next week.
Yeah. Another like I don't know, the Epstein Island one. We can talk about that next week. Like that one's like that's crazy shit.
We'll have to pull up the list.
I don't even know if that list is real.
I don't know either, but I kind of want to go off of it still.
Well, I don't know. You see what happened to Aaron Rodgers? He said something about Jimmy Kimmel, and that's all they could talk about on late night for a while.
But how about Hawking? How did he?
I do kind of wonder.
I do want to know what was Hawking doing? Stephen Hawking.
Well, there were several scientists that had gone.
Yeah, but I don't think it was for any good reasons.
Well, see, that's the thing is I don't think people went there for like bad intentions, right? Like, you're a scientist or whatever, especially a celebrity. You're used to rich guys just wanting to hang out. You're like, hey, yeah, fly on out to my island. We'll have a good time, have a few drinks. I got all these people.
Have you seen pictures of Epstein's Island? Though,
Yeah,
it's really hard to hide things on that island. Like underground, you can only go so far on an island.
Yeah, well, I mean, ground goes straight down for a while.
Well, I get that, but like it's the the soil is different. Like the material is
Well,
different.
they're not going underground.
Well, I know that, but like all his problems and accusations and what he got in jail for, like how could you go to the island and not notice? You know,
It's not like he had a stable.
I guess that's how I understood it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like
I thought he had like a dungeon.
no, he didn't have like a dungeon of like miners, like
Really?
yeah, like 174, come here, like
I really thought that's basically how it was.
no,
I
no,
should have watched the documentary.
yeah,
I didn't watch it.
no. So
I was watching Tiger King.
Tiger King is the shit.
I was watching Carol Baskin tear it up.
Oh my God, yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah, no, like so, like he would go out to like these parties and whatnot, and he would talk to these celebrities or these scientists or these politicians, and like all they know about him is he is a rich dude down in Florida with his own island where they can go. They ain't got no paparazzi around them. They ain't got none of that. They're just chilling out with a bunch of other celebrities on an island. For their world, that's pretty normal.
But it's also supposedly.
What do you mean? What?
I mean, what if the people that did go to the island did have bad intentions? There's always that option.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, there is that option, but there's also the option that he talked to some regular people, they're not regular, but celebrities that didn't know that all that was going on. And, like you're there, you had a few drinks put in you, you know, you think everything is on the up and up, and, this chick is hitting on you. You hook up with her, you wake up the next morning, and you got Epstein saying, well, I got these pictures, and she's a minor, and we're going to blackmail you unless you do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Like that is also a real plausible thing.
Like, say that's how they did it. Like, say that's how Jeffrey Epstein handled all the celebrities that went there. I wonder what his strategy was for Hawking. So I took your wheels. That's so awful.
You son of a bitch. Did you know that
You were sleeping. I took them wheels.
do you know how he typed?
It was his tongue, right?
No. Well, maybe, but he had to use his cheek muscles,
Yeah.
and his cheek muscles would move the mouse, and that's how he would. It'd take him like a minute if I can say a word.
Didn't he invent it also?
I don't know if he invented it or not, but
I feel like that was his ideas though.
yeah, I don't. It may have been his ideas, but I don't.
Maybe he did. Of course, he didn't physically do it, but like
That's something we'd have to actually like look up.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting. Like the greatest mind of our generation.
made it on the Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, on Big Bang Theory. Yeah,
That was his.
his crowning achievement.
Yeah.
Not his work in astrophysics or anything like that.
Hey, Big Bang Theory was a hell of a show.
It was a hell of a show, but he was bigger than the Big Bang Theory.
You know something like to add? Penny from the Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
She
God, she's hot.
yeah, she made it into a commercial like recently.
Yeah.
Like I seen it yesterday.
Yeah, she was in a show on Netflix.
Yeah, it's just weird seeing people that it'd be weird if you were watching a show and David Schwimmer showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like people that are so associated with one thing, they normally have a harder time finding jobs later.
Yeah, they have like career killers where it's like you can't ever find work after that
because all they associate you with is that character.
Yeah, like Joey, how you doing?
Yeah,
he's stuck playing that character.
I know there was another movie, Lisa Kudrow. She was I'm blanking on her name. The hippie girl from Friends.
Phoebe?
Yeah, Phoebe. I'm really tired. I I've seen that show 7 times now. Like,
when he
from
says
beginning to end.
7 times, he means episode 1 to the last one.
Yes, I'm serious. But yeah, Phoebe, she Lisa Kudrow is the actor or actress, and she like still does movies like frequently. Like she has very small parts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not like Scarlett Johansson frequently, but yeah.
No, she's not a no. But I don't know. It was just kind of interesting to see Penny in something else.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you're not seeing David Schwimmer in anything.
Well, I mean, maybe she'll luck out and get like casting because I mean she's actually pretty good in the last show that I watched her in. I forget she was like a flight attendant,
Yeah.
and it's actually a pretty good movie. Or it was a series.
There was this one show. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like Modern Family or it was a show similar to Modern Family. But I know Matthew Perry and Courtney Cox were in it together.
I thought I remember on Modern Family, but
I'm sure it wasn't Modern Family, but it was something similar. And I seen like parts of it on TikTok, and I thought that was really cool that they got recasted together to be in another show. It was like one episode thing, but it was still really cool.
It's so weird for me, because they were older than me whenever that show was on.
Yeah,
and watching them be what looks to be like way older than me.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh wow, like something. Yeah, I hope I age better. I think I have, but
yeah.
Oof.
I'm starting to think that 2-hour episodes are going to be more frequent.
I don't know. Is that where we're at?
We're well past 2 hours now.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, okay, I kind of exaggerated. We're like 2:10.
No, okay.
But still,
I mean, I'm kind of.
I think there's some editing stuff, but yeah.
Well, I'm kind of running on empty.
I was on empty when we started.
Like, I need some biscuits and gravy and bacon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Is this call for a cafe run?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
See y'all.